welcome. Hi there, Michelle Withers here with Creative Success Systems. And I'm super, super excited to talk to you about team building today and talking about how to attract business builders. Seriously, we're going to talk about some things today that you're going to be like, oh, that's what I needed. You're going to kind of have some different mindset, some different wording. It's going to be great. You are just going to love it. It's going to be really, really good. So super, super excited to have you here. Hello and good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? All right. For some of you, it is not morning. I am 10 a.m. Pacific time. So when you jump on, make sure, oh good, we've got trolls already this morning. Lucky us. Ignore those. Please don't click on those. They are not good links, okay? If it's not me, don't click on those weird links, okay? Don't click on those. Hey, Miss Nikki. Hey, Joanna. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Shanta Hill. Shanta, am I saying that? I'm so sorry. I really want to say that right, and I'm like thinking hard. Miss Hill, may I call you Miss Hill? Is that okay? Hello, Miss Nikki. Hello. So make sure you tell me which company you're with and tell me where you are from. Can you put that in the comments? Please ignore the trollers. I'm sorry. We will get them blocked as quickly as we can. It's joys when you're when your page does well, you know you've had success when you've got trollers and they think they can do some damage. So ignore those. Please don't click on those links if it's not from Creative Success Systems, okay? Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Desiree. Good morning, Miss Nikki. Hello, Miss Leanne. How we doing? Hello, Miss Robin. Hello. Yay, we got lemongrass in the house. Hey, Miss Shannon. Hey, Brenda. So make sure you say hi. Tell us where you're from and which company you are with. We are going to have some fun today. I love talking about team building. Seriously, this is such a fun topic. It really, really is exciting what you can do when you have some better wording. And it's just going to be awesome. Okay. Seriously, we're going to have so much fun. So yes. All right. I'm going to get this word out that we're live. All right. The other thing is we have goal setting sheets. We have really fun images for you to skyrocket your algorithms. So all you need to do is comment #biz, and that will get you our freebies today. Comment #biz, and that will get you our freebies. Okay. You guys are awesome. And then share this out, especially those that you know are trying to build their teams. You might want to, hey, we got Ring Bomb in the house. Oh, in Hawaii. I love that. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Lori. We got Pampered Chef in the house. Awesome sauce. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Preview. Come on. There we go. Got another troller. It's so nice to know you've had success because trollers waste their time being here. Don't click on their links, guys, okay? If it's not from Creative Success Systems, don't click on it. Sorry we even have to talk about this. Wow. Thank you so much, Miss K. I appreciate you tagging your friends. So you can share this to your profile. You can share this in groups with other direct sellers. You can tag a couple friends. Yep, #biz. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. Comment revolution after you've shared that out. Hi, Miss Amanda. I'm always so glad to see you, gorgeous. Hello, Miss Becky. Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing today? Hey, Gina. How you doing, sweet lady? All right. So get those sent out. Oh, that's being silly. I don't know why. All right. So I'm going to get that sent out. I'm going to do some sharing of my own. And welcome. So let's talk about team building. I have some really, really good strategies for you today. It's all about wording. It's all about timing. And it's all about what the other person wants. It's all about focusing on the other person. Okay. And one thing that I want you to learn to commit to is this. Okay. Is that there aren't any shortcuts in real success. Okay. Let me say that one more time. There aren't any shortcuts in real success. I want you to have a desire to learn processes that will help you have success in the long run. Okay. It is, I will find that people will give someone a tip and it will give them a little surge and boost in their business, but it doesn't give them long-term success. Okay. And yes, there are ways to recruit a whole bunch in 1 month. There are ways to kind of work the system and promote and those kind of things. But I want to give you ways to do things that are authentic, that are long-term sustaining, that are duplicatable, but you have to have a desire to learn a process and not be looking for a magic pill. There is not like, do this one thing. There's a secret. This person did this, and this is how it's done now. No, that's not how it works. Okay. And so it's really, really important to understand that there is not a magic bullet to team building. There's not a magic bullet to finding the perfect person. Okay. And you know what? It is 100% understandable that you want that. Okay. I want shortcuts. I want things easier, all those kind of things too. I have those days too. Okay. So you're absolutely positively human for feeling and wanting that. But when you decide, no, I want long-term success. I want to be a six-figure earner. I want to, take my life to a whole new level. I want to know that I can keep doing this and continue to increase my income for 10 years. Okay. So I hope that starts to resonate with you, because I'm going to really talk to you about mindset. I'm going to talk to you about effective wording. I'm going to talk to you about some things that might take a little bit more time than some other approaches that you've heard, but I promise you they're way more effective. Okay. And here's the thing. You'll hear about short approaches to things, and you can do a whole bunch of those short approaches in a small amount of time, but usually your success per numbers isn't very good. Your success per times doing these processes will be much, much higher. So it really doesn't take more time. It just takes more time per person, which is really okay, because then we don't burn bridges with people. Okay. So it's super, super important to understand that. So does that start to resonating with you? So I want you to comment process. If you're here because you're like, I want to earn 6 figures plus. I want to have a sustainable business. I want to be a business person that has my groove on. Okay. So can you comment process for me? Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you got the text. Comment process for me if you're understanding how important this is, that this, to find business builders on your team, it is a process and there's not a shortcut. And the sooner that you decide that is a good thing, and that's what you're looking for, the more success you're going to have in the long run. Okay. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me on that? Okay. Because my goal is for you to have major success. Okay. My goal for you is to take your business to a level higher than you can even imagine it could be today. Okay. All right. So I need to better understand you and where you're at in your business. So I need you to comment 2 numbers. So listen before you comment. Let me explain both. The first number is how many you have personally sponsored. The second number will be how many how many individuals are on your team total. So if you say like I sponsored 20 people and I have 125 people on my team, you would have those two numbers with like a space in between them, okay? So can you comment those two numbers for me? 1, personally sponsored, 2, team size. So then I get an idea of where you're at in your business and in your team building. Okay. So as your 5 figures are fine for me. I love it. I love that. When you know exactly what you want, that is so, so good to know. Okay. A lot of you are just getting started with recruiting and team building. That is so awesome to know. Nice job, Sarah. 63 personally sponsored. Wow. Well done. Okay, you're all in different places in your team building. That is fantastic. Okay. The other thing, so we'll ask this in just a hot second. We'll give you a minute to answer that. Okay, awesome. A lot of you are in different places. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you haven't yet, make sure you share this out and comment revolution. And then the other thing, so we'll be giving away 1 year's worth of free images today to one of our shares. So make sure you share that out. Comment revolution. It does need to be done publicly, like in a group or on your personal profile, not in your groups with your customers. Okay. Groups with other people in the business. All right. Nice job, Cheryl. Excellent. All right. Lots of different things. And then make sure you're commenting #biz. #biz will get you our freebies today. Okay. Personally sponsored are people that are signed up directly under you. People that you are their personal sponsor. Team members would be second, third, fourth lines, meaning your people sponsored, or, kind of like grandchildren, great-grandchildren, if you kind of have a genealogy sheet. Those would be total, and that includes, so total team members would include your personally sponsored and all the people they've sponsored. Okay. So those two numbers, you guys are awesome. Okay. So there's a couple things I want to talk to you about with regards to team building. First, we're going to talk about mindset. Then we're going to talk about how to bring on more personally sponsored. And then we're going to talk about really good wording to use with regards to how to find people in your team right now who might be ready to take their business to a new level. Okay. So those are the 3 things we're going to talk about. Mindset. Number 2 is personally sponsoring. Number 3 are finding people on your team who are ready to take your business to a whole new level. Victoria, I'm so glad to see you, girl. Okay. So this is going to be a ton of fun, and you're going to have some really, really awesome aha moments. Okay. So be ready, and hopefully you have a pen and paper and you're ready to take some notes. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is mindset. All right. We're going to talk about mindset. I'm going to put this down just a touch. There we go. We're going to talk about mindset and how important that is to your business. There's absolutely nothing that I cannot out-train your fear. Okay. Super important to understand. I absolutely, positively cannot out-train your fear. So wherever your head is, no matter how good my techniques are, if you're not choosing to believe, choosing to have a mindset of, I can do hard things, great things come to me. If you say things like Facebook hates me, I'm unlucky, all those kind of things always kind of knock you back. Okay. Your head has to be like, what am I going to learn from this? Okay. If that's not the right person, who is the right person? What can I learn from this? Okay. All those things are so, so important to understand. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to understand these things. Your business can do so much more when you change how you think and feel about things, okay? And also your belief and putting down what you really want to have happen, all right? So let me tell you just a quick story. Almost 20 years ago, I had a trainer and that I was paying, and the first month she told us we were to put down our goals. So we only got to talk to her. It was like on the phone. You know how you have like a group phone call? We could hear her, and it was for an hour once a month. And the first month it was put down your goals on paper and post them somewhere. Now, at this point, I had earned a decent title with my company, and I'd earned a trip, and I was hustling and I was working. Okay. And I knew what I wanted. I had my goals in my head. Okay. And she's telling me I need to put these goals down on paper. And I thought, okay, seriously, like I've been having success without doing that. But I was paying her, and I'd use some of her other techniques on things. And so I was like, okay, fine. I'll give in. I'll do this. So like I said, we talked to her about every 30 days. So I'm on a day about 28 now, and we're going to be talking to her again soon. So I'm like, I finally should do my homework. So I sit down one night. This is when you had, I think maybe, no, I didn't have a BlackBerry yet. But I didn't get my email on my phone. Okay, that's how long ago it was. Only on the computer, and it was hooked up. You know what I mean? There wasn't Wi-Fi. And so I typed out my goals and I printed them. And I was having a couple kind of mindset, kind of like struggles. Okay. Number one was this. I wanted my second and third lines to grow. And I'm like, okay, how do I make my team members recruit? Okay. So that was the first thing. I'm like, you can't put a gun to their head. I was just like, how am I going to do this and like feel good about it? Because I didn't want anyone to feel like I was trying to get them to do something I wanted them to do. I wanted it to be their goal. But at the same time, I knew like the potential for both their income and my income if we worked on this together. So it's like, how does this work out? Okay. And then the other mindset I was having was this. If I grew a big team, could I take care of them? Okay. So one thing that's really important to understand is there's always fear of success and fear of failure. Okay. So let's talk about that for a second. Fear of success is, if I get success, can I handle it? Can I take care of it? Can I take care of the customers? Can I get things out timely? Can I give customer service? There's even fear of success. What will somebody else think of me? Have any of you had those thoughts? What will somebody else think of me if I'm successful? It might be a family member. It might be a good friend you've had for a long time. And maybe you are kind of one of those first generations in your family that's being self-employed or doing something like really outside the box like this. And so there's those kind of fear of successes. Okay. Then there's absolute fear of failure, which we've almost all had. Ignore the trolls, guys. Okay. Ignore the trolls, please. Please don't click on their links. Take you someplace you don't want to go, and they're not us. Okay. There's only messages from us. It says create a success system with Michelle Hess Withers. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I had control over trolls. We get them banned as quickly as we can. So I apologize. Okay. So fear of failure is that, if I put all this energy into it, it could be money into it, energy, time into it, and I fail, how crappy is that going to feel? Okay. So fear of success and fear of failure are two real things. Those are things that we really have to okay, where's my head? What am I really thinking? So then you can switch that thinking. Okay. And plus you can let inspiration come in as to how you're going to handle that thinking. So I told you I was having these two thoughts. How do I get my second and third line to grow without feeling like I was putting a gun to somebody's head? And the second one was, if I grew a big team, will I be able to manage them? As I was pondering these things, two things happened. Okay. The first one was this. It was this thought that came on my heart and my mind and my spirit. If I bless you with that big a team, I will bless you with a way to manage them, to coach them, to take care of them, to support them. If I bless you with those people, I'm going to bless you with a way to take care of them. Okay. How many of you resonated with that? I want you to hit the love button. I want you to hit the heart button. Okay. If I bless you with this much, I will bless you with a way to take care of them. Okay. So that was addressing my fear of success, right? The next one was this. How do I put a gun to their head? Okay. So I posted my goals and I went to bed. Okay. It was very late at night. I had a 2-year-old and probably about let's see. This point, they might have been 3 years old and 1-year-old, but they were tiny. I had two tiny kids. Okay. They're big now. This is 20 years ago. So they'd gone to bed. I wrote my goals. I went to bed. Now I'm back up again the next morning before they got up. Okay. So that kind of tells you how, much sleep I was getting. And I'm checking my email before they get up. Okay. Again, this is before I had it on the phone. I had to open my computer, right? So I opened my computer, very Meg Ryan, you've got mail kind of situation, right? And I opened my email and there's an email from a gal. Now, I lived in North Dakota, okay? Very middle, top of the country, as far away from each coast as you can get. I am living in North Dakota and I get an email from a gal that lives in California. And she says, hey, I live in California. I'm newly married. I think she had 1 child. And my mom lives in North Dakota with you, and she's on your team, and she's just a hobbyist. But if I sign up under my mom, will you help me build a business? Okay, I'm not kidding. This would be less than 8 hours after I posted those goals. I get this email that says, if I sign up under my mom, which would be a second downline, would you help me build a business? And I was like, holy moly. I was blown away. Because like I said, I had this trainer that was telling me to write down these goals. I didn't think it was important. I didn't think I needed to do that. But because I paid her, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do what she tells me to do. And when I wrote down those goals and then let the magic happen and just did what I knew I needed to do, then everything started changing. Okay. Your mindset, your willingness, listen to this carefully, your willingness to be very specific about what you want and putting it down on paper. When I ask people what their 90-day goals are and they say, to do more in sales, I'm just like, come on, girl, dig deeper. Say what you want. When you say what you want, you're more likely to get it. It is very much asking, you shall receive. Okay. It just truly, truly is. This is so, so important to understand. Okay. So this is one of those things that when your head shifts, you will have some amazing things happen in your business. Okay. When you allow yourself to say what you want, not just, I just want my team bigger. No, I want 25 people on my team by May 31st. I want to add 50 new people on my team by the end of the summer, by August, what is that, 31st or 30th, whichever it is, 31st, I think, 2021. When you are specific about your goals, when you choose to believe that it can happen and that whatever you will need to do to support that team, to train that team, to build that team will come, then the floodgates open. Okay. And this is so important to understand. Your mindset has so much to do with your success. Then you add to that some good business training and some good approaches. And it's like, okay, it's like putting those two things together that creates fireworks, whatever those are. Okay. So this is super, super important. You must know what you want. Exactly. Asking you shall receive. For sure, Kim. I believe that with every ounce of my heart. Okay. You will be blessed with way more than you believe. Now, when you say, I want to rob a bank and get away with it, or win the lottery or something like that, I'm not sure. But when it's something that you're willing to work towards, I really think we're blessed far more than we could ever imagine. Okay? So does that make sense? You are born to succeed. Did you know that? I want you all to type that down below in the comments. I was born to succeed. I want you to know that with every ounce of your being. I was born to succeed. Let's see if I can talk this morning. So comment that down below. Feed your soul, feed the souls of the other people here, because it really does make a big difference. Okay? You are so welcome for the pep talk, Miss Sheila. Absolutely. Oh, I love it. Look at all that positive energy. You guys are awesome. Okay. So let me tell you a couple things about mindset that we love to do. My hair is like being weird. Okay. So have you ever heard the word growth? The two words, sorry, growth mindset, or the word grit. Okay. It's all about how you approach life and the things that get thrown at you. Here is something that's really, really, really important to understand. Okay. Success never comes smoothly. In fact, it's almost the other way around. You guys make sure you're ignoring the trollers, okay, if it doesn't look like me. Okay, don't click on those links. I'm sorry. They're on top of it today. They just, we get them blocked. I was born to succeed, okay? But, grit, growth mindset. Sorry, got a little sidetracked there. Grit and growth mindset are really, really powerful. And never does success ever come smoothly. Ever. Okay. In fact, if something is not going super well, you can kind of go, oh yeah, okay, I'm on the right track. It doesn't ever go well. So one of the things that we have that we've created for leaders for your teams is called growth, is called our grit program. And our grit program, every single month, this is so fun. So I really want to know if you have heard of the word grit or growth mindset, and if you kind of know what I'm talking about. So comment grit, G-R-I-T, if you've heard of that. If you're like, I'm not sure what you're talking about, say, tell me more. Okay, tell me more if you don't know what I'm talking about. So what grit does, so every single month we have a different theme. Determination, brave, consistency, proactive, creativity. Every single month we have a different word that is connected to grit. Okay. And what it does is we give you all these fun questions to post in your group. Okay. And in that group, then this is your team group. Let me clarify, not your customer group, your team group. And as you're posting those in there, what happens is it's so cool. Because on Brave, like we have things like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love roller coasters? Or on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love haunted houses? And then we have things like, what do you say to your children when they're scared? We try to get them to start thinking about how can they talk themselves through things when they have fear, when they have things that come up that they're scared about. Okay. This is so cool. This mindset. So growth mindset and grit, they're kind of these buzzwords right now, but it's basically, how do you deal with challenges? Okay. How do you face adversity? How do you handle things when they don't go smoothly? Okay. And it's so cool. Like there's books out there now for kids to try to teach them grit and growth mindset. Anyone, you hear those stories like somebody who'd been an athlete and is now like a quadriplegic, and how they turn their life into something really phenomenal. It's that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever like heard those stories and you're like, wow, somebody's business burns to the ground and they come back and make it even bigger. Those people that go to the Olympics, there's just all these stories, right? And you're like, how did they muster up the determination either just to keep going or get over that hurdle. Okay, does that kind of make sense? So grit is all about that mindset of keep going no matter what happens. Keep going wisely. Keep going knowing that this one thing didn't work, but the next thing will. And that's the thing with success. The thing you have to watch for is there's always going to be a few like challenges that are like over here. But then as you just keep going and have consistency and have the right mindset, you'll always have more successes than you will frustrations. You will have failure. Do you know that? If you're doing business, you're straight up are going to have some failure. That's just part of the game. But those, if you choose to just say, that's a learning process, you're going to be great. Okay. Everything you do that you're like, oh, shoot, that didn't go quite as well as I thought. All that was is it just taught you what to do better next time. Okay. It's not, I mean, the word failure doesn't bother me because it's not, I'm like, oh, well, okay, next, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to whatever. So when I say failure, it's not an ending. It's oh, here's an experience. Now what I'm going to do with it. And that's what grit is all about. Okay. You know, those people on your team, rather the company like runs out of a product or, there's some product issues or it's hard to order something, those people that get easily frustrated when there's something that doesn't go smoothly with the company. Those are people that don't have grit. That's the opposite of grit. Whereas it's like, okay, they'll get that product back in stock. I can sell something else. Somebody, falls off their team. Okay, there must be somebody else I'm supposed to work with. It's that mindset. Do y'all see that? Okay, failure is not fatal. Exactly, Miss Karen. Okay, can y'all feel that? So understanding grit. So we have this really cool grit program where there's videos that I record that you can use. We have questions that you can post in your group. We have challenges. So every week there's like a fun challenge to get people to kind of grow like emotionally and with consistency. Anyway, it's just really, really, really fun. Okay. Does that make sense? And so it's one of those things that will help both you keep your head in the game and help you with inspiring your team. Okay. Thank you, Jenny. All right. So does that sound helpful? Something that you would have that you could deliver to your team every month, the new theme. Okay. So I just want you to comment helpful if that sounds something kind of fun and helpful to your team. And we'll tell you about that at the end. Okay. All right. So I want to give you some really, really good strategies now that you kind of see how to get your head more in the game. I want to give you some excellent strategies with regards to talking to people, to finding new team members, okay, and finding people on your team that are ready to go to the next level, okay? So hopefully I have a pen and paper ready. Okay, so first of all, now this is something that I like to do when I'm on these calls. So how many of you, is this your first time being with us? Comment 1ST first. If you've been here before, go ahead and comment QQ for question queen and training, QQ. But it's helpful for right now too, lady. You're going to love it. Okay. So one of the things I'm known is the question queen. Okay. And as the question queen, what I have found is there's all sorts of different ways to find people. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm known as a question queen because I really know how to get a lot more comments on posts than almost anybody else. Okay. We have a really, really, really good strategy that's super fun. Yes. I thought most of you probably have been here before. I love it. Okay. So yeah, comment first if this is your first time. QQ if you're question queen in training. Okay. So most of you know I love to ask questions, and that really helps us to boost our engagement and find people that are interested in different things. So the recruiting question I'm going to give you today to post. You're ready for a question to post today to see if you can possibly open up some conversation with some people about the business. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your personal profile. Now, if you've made your own avatar on Facebook, you can use one of those fun colored backgrounds that has your avatar with it, maybe the cute spring one or something like that. If not, just pick one of the colored backgrounds, and you're just going to ask this question, okay? If someone gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? Okay, so go post that on your personal profile, not your business page, not your group, just your personal profile. If somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? Okay, so go post that and come back and comment done when you've got that. And we're going to talk about what to do with that. Okay, if somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? Okay, so mark, set, go. Go post that and come back. If somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? If somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? Okay, comment done when you got that. If you were given $500 today, what would you do with it? Okay, you got that? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. If somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? Yes, on your personal profile. So my personal profile is Michelle Hess Withers. My business page is Creative Success System, not on your business page, not in your group, on your personal profile. If somebody gave you $500 today, what would you do with it? So it's really interesting to see if somebody would like pay off debt or go on a trip or save it or what they would say. It really helps you to kind of know where they're at in their business right now when you do that. Okay. You could do multiple choice if you really want. So if you want to edit it, you could, but you want to keep it short enough, it'll still work on the color background. If you were given $500 a day, would you A, pay off a debt, B, do something fun, C, save it, or D, other? So if you want to do that, I just want to keep it short enough that it still fits on the color background. Okay, LaDonna, you're so cute. You know my one button response rule, don't you, girl? All right. So if you're given $500 today, what would you do with it? All right, come back and comment done. I know a bunch of people left and now I see they're going to be coming back here. Okay. So one of the things that I found with regards to recruiting, and it's funny because I've seen some practices of some people lately, and it's really made me like stop and think about what I need to talk about with you more. Okay. First of all, it is super, 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 super. Thank you, Miss Sue. I know I love the earrings that I got on today too. So super important to understand that you staying what we call top of mind in front of people is super important. And we teach that all the time. You need to be posting about your daily life. You need to be posting fun questions. You need to just simply stay in front of people. Okay. That is super, super, super important to do in your business. All right. But the second thing after that, when you're trying to find business people, because, we have people like, they call it attraction marketing. And it's like, because of blank company, I'm doing this. I went on a trip. I took my kids out for ice cream, whatever it might be. And those are fine. Okay. But what I have found is people really appreciate when you care about their goals. Okay. So when you care about their goals, that's where things really change. So when we ask questions like one of my other favorite ones that you could write this down and maybe ask it a week from now, that I loved, that I found it really got a lot of comments, was this. It asked, okay, let me think here for a second how I put it. If you were to go on a weekend getaway with your sweetheart, so keep it and open like that, so not your spouse, because people are in different like relationship, types of relationships now. So if you were to go on a weekend with your sweetheart, where would you go? It's funny when you ask dream vacations with families. It's just funny because that's really fun to talk about, but I found that this weekend one with your honey got more comments than the other. So kind of fun. Okay. So it's really, really, really interesting to see what happens when you're asking goal questions. What's an activity that you wish you could afford for your children? Goal questions. What would you like your retirement to look like? When you get people to talk about themselves, that's where they see you care about them. Okay. When you're trying to show your life and trying to convince them they could have as good a life, but your life may not be what they want. Does that make sense? And so that is a huge mistake that I find most people don't understand. That, yeah, you should share about your life. I'm not saying don't share about your life. What I'm saying is the other posts need to be, what do you want, Facebook friends? What do you all want out of this? So tell me that. I would love to know, what do you want out of your business? Are you doing this for some play money? Are you doing this for financial security? Are you doing this because you love this job that you have in direct sales way better than the other jobs you've had? Are you doing this because this is your career? Are you doing this because you just love to hang out with positive people? Why are you here? Because I'm telling you, everybody is not here to make six figures, to be a millionaire. They're not. And when you see that, if you comment for me so people can see the variety of reasons people are here. Don't assume that people are always here for money, okay? And don't assume the money they make that they would do the same thing with it you would do. So those things are really important, that when you stop making assumptions about other people and you get to be a better listener, you will attract so many more people to your business. Does that make sense? Okay. Super, super important to understand. All right. I love it. Financial security. Okay. And some of you just started for the discount. Okay. So that's the other thing. Everybody's here for a different reason. Okay. So you've got your $500 question out there. We've talked about asking goals. The other thing that's super, super important is that you need to keep your profile positive. Okay. If there's things that you're passionate about and you want to find people with common interests to talk about, the two big things right now that are making people leave Facebook are COVID and politics. There are groups that you can go find where you discuss those things. I know my city, I can't remember the name of it now, but my city has one where people talk about, which businesses are following this, or what happens in this next phase, or, those kind of things. And I can talk about that there with my local people and that not be something I put on my profile, because it's just, it's a source of it's not always positive. We know that. Okay. And you don't need to comment on it. Okay. Same with politics. I had groups when the election was going on where there was someone I trusted and he was a lawyer and helped me understand the Constitution. And it was a safe place where I could ask questions and just kind of get some answers, because those are things you should care about and be involved in. But because you have customers all over the country and of different beliefs with, politics, and I don't think religion even bothers people as much as politics and COVID does, but have safe places to discuss those things and keep it very, very positive on your profile. Okay. So please understand, I would never, never discourage you from being involved in standing up for things that you believe in. It just, you don't necessarily stand on, if you didn't have social media, you wouldn't stand on your rooftop necessarily and shout it from the rooftop. Okay. What I'm telling you is do it in a way that makes it so you're empowered and you can actually help people. People don't just change your mind because you post something on Facebook. So find those appropriate places to do those things if that's something you choose to talk about. Does that kind of make sense? Okay. So keep your personal profile, your business page, your groups positive and happy. People like to be around other people that are positive and happy. Okay. So I hope I gave you a few strategies, those other things that do need to be discussed in a way. Find a different way and a different place to discuss them than right on your personal profile. Okay. So if that was helpful, can you just comment idea if you can see what I'm saying? Because I want to empower you, but I also want to help you with your business, and there's a time and a place. Okay. All right. I love you're getting responses, Sarah. That's awesome. Okay. Preach on it, Joy. Yes. Right. Okay. Please understand, I know that there's different opinions, and I'm so grateful for freedom of speech, but you also need to think about what really is going to work. Okay. And so please, please do that. Okay. So comment idea if that helped. There are fabulous groups where people, you can get support and share ideas. And I think the biggest thing is we all have questions, what's really true. And I think that's a really, really hard thing to find out. Okay. So just know I really care about you and what you believe in. But I also want to help you have a good business presence. And there's a time and a place for things. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. Now, for those of you, as your business grows, and as you have hostesses, as you have people that buy lots, as you have people that attend your lives over and over again, there are people that you're going to want to talk to about the business. And when we talk to them about the business, here's the thing, that this will absolutely be a game changer for you. Okay. Are you ready for my game changing question? Because this is super fun. So often we want to find those who are ready to take their business we want to find those who are open to a business opportunity. And this is something that you're going to be able to ask those people. Some of them, depending on the answer, that comment what they would do with an extra $500. Okay. So we're getting there, Miss Jessica. Okay. So this question is an absolute game changer. What I have found is most people are taught to ask this question. Okay. Now here's my rule. If somebody tells you to stop doing something, they better tell you what to do instead. Okay. I'll have people say, okay, I've heard of this approach. Should I do this or should I do this? And when I've heard that, one of the things is that, how do I say this? Nobody should tell you not to do something if they don't give you a strategy of what to do, because then that's just frustrating and then you're just stuck. So one of the things I've seen people do is ask the question, hey, are you interested in signing up with my company? I mean, is basically what you're taught to ask. Well, we all know that we either sometimes, if it's on Messenger, we just don't get responses back, or we get a lot of no's and then we feel uncomfortable and we don't know what to say next, and those kind of things. So I want you to stop asking that question, but I'm going to give you a better question to ask instead that will be an absolute game changer. Okay. So you ready? So the question is this: on a scale of 1 to 5, so hopefully you're writing, ready? On a scale of 1 to 5, What is your interest level? Okay, interest in getting information about how you could make some extra money with, and you fill in the blank of your company. Okay. Pampered Chef, Lemongrass, Ruby Ribbon, Paparazzi. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, what's your interest level in getting information, not signing up, information about how you could make some extra money with blank, the name of your company? What that will do is open up so many. Sorry, guys. I don't know why we have so many trollers today. Just ignore them. So many doors for conversations. When you go in for that kill, are you interested in signing up with my company? My friends, here's something that's super important to understand. There's a whole bunch of levels of maybes. Well, maybe depending on how many hours it takes, maybe depending on how much it costs, maybe depending on what kind of sales approaches I have to learn, maybe if it's something I can work around my kids, maybe if my husband and I feel like it was a good idea. There's all these maybes. And yet you are going in for that kill, or you've been told to go in for that kill and, hey, are you interested in signing up with my company? And so because there are so many maybes, when you ask on a scale of 1 to 5, what is your interest in information, okay, about how you could make some extra money, that's where they're going to give you a number. And that number is going to show their maybe level. And that's what we want to do first, is find out their maybe level, okay? Then you don't want to start talking about the business yet. There's going to be question number 2. Question number 2, it does not matter what number they say. I'm serious. You'll have some people say 1 and they'll end up signing up. You'll have some people that say 5 and they'll be like, heck no. Don't take the number too seriously. You're going to be surprised what they said. The next question is going to be is, tell me more about why you say 2, why you say 4, why you say 3. And they're going to start telling you their maybe. Okay? Does that make sense? When you signed up, think about the questions you had. How much did it cost? How much time will it take? How easy will it be? What kind of training is there? All these different questions, right? Whether you had them or somebody else you work with had them. And so when you slow down and allow people to tell you their maybe, that's where you're going to be able to turn a bunch of people into team members, because you listened. You didn't just talk about yourself and why you liked it. You really slowed down and understood what they were thinking, and you'll be able to really take this to the next level. Okay, does that make sense? So on a scale of 1 to 5, what is your interest level and information about how to make some extra money with, and you fill in your company? They answer you, you tell me. The next question, number 2, is tell me more about why you say 3. Okay, you're going to be blown away. Now, let's step back. Okay, so I think you probably just got those, Miss Medford, and you'll see my assistant will type them in the comments here for you. So your question with what would you do with an extra $500? Okay, so they're going to say pay off a bill. They're going to say go on a trip. They're going to say put it in savings. They're going to say all kinds of things. Okay, so you might say, hey, I'm curious, what's that bill that you're trying to pay off? Or you might say, oh, a trip, where would you love to go? Who would you take? Somebody might say, save it. You might say, are you saving that like retirement? Or are you saving it for like a specific purchase? So depending on what they say, you want to dig a little deeper and find out a little bit more about that answer. Okay. Then after they say that, you might want to ask them, hey, I'm curious. Have you ever thought about another income source in your life to be able to pay off that car, to pay for that trip, to save for college? Okay. So I'm just curious, have you ever thought about adding another income source to your life to help you do that? Okay. I'm curious, have you thought about another income source? Okay. And then you can say that question on a scale of 1 to 5, what would your interest level be in this? Do you see how easily those conversations can go? Okay. But it's about listening. Remember, the first word I told you today was you need to have a desire to learn processes. Processes. Okay. There's always a process, and there's never a, so sorry, excuse me. There's never say this one phrase and it will get a whole bunch of people to sign up. There's never excuse me, one second. There's never a post this one post, it'll bring a whole bunch of new people to you. It's always, always, always a process of developing relationships. Okay. So I want you to comment relationship when you can see and feel that. Okay. All right. So now, those of you that do have teams already, those of you that have 20 people on your team, 100 people on your team, 500 people on your team, there is an awesome approach to learning who on your team is your next business builder. Okay. So let me give you just a couple quick tips on this. Again, I'm going to tell you some things not to do, but I will always in turn tell you what to do instead. Okay. Now, those of you that have had this done, you know why you hate this, and you're going to know what I'm saying. All right. You'll have someone on your team, and you'll know that they had some potential. Maybe even they got a good start, and now they've seemed to kind of have faded. You know, it's like the spark is gone. They're not working as much. They haven't done as much sales. And what I find is leaders will reach out and say, hey, Susie, I've been thinking about you. How's your business going? Okay. Susie knows, you know, her business isn't doing well. She knows you can see her numbers. Okay. Asking a rhetorical question, you know, when you ask, why did you hit your brother? And you're like, you saw why I hit my brother. I was, you know, mad and I acted out, and you know what I mean? And so those kind of questions aren't helpful and make people avoid you. Okay. So instead, what's super important is every person we want to talk to on our team that we want to have a better idea. I'm so sorry. Hang on. I've got a tickle in my throat. Okay. Those people you really do want to sincerely help, and you know their business isn't going well, your first goal needs to be, I want to better understand this person. Okay. And I want to see what's going on in her life before I try to find out what's going on with her business. I know her business isn't going well. There might be a reason. Okay. So I call this an initial touch. Before, when you were signing them up, before when you were just friends, before when, you know, they become part of your team, you would have talked to them about their kids and their family and their job and their, you know, whether it was their parents or whatever is going on in your life. You always talk to them about their life. Now they get into your business, and sometimes we only talk about business, and we need to first always talk about what's most important in their life. Okay. So instead of sending out a message, hey, Susie, I've been thinking about you. How's your business going? We want to say, hey, Susie, you've been on my heart. I know you just had your third child. How's that going being a mother of 3? Or I know you just moved. How's the new house? Or I saw you went on a trip. Oh my gosh, the pictures were so fun. What was the best thing you did part of your vacation? Or I seen you've been sick. How are you feeling? How are you healing? You always want to reach out with something you know about them. Use their name, what you know, and a question. It's absolutely positively okay to use Facebook, Instagram to go see what's been going on in their life lately. So you can ask a timely question. And you mention something you know is going on in their life, and then you ask a question about it. You don't start out with business. You want to show that you care about them as a person first. Okay. Super, super, super important. The first thing you do is your team members that you're trying to help revive, that you first show you care about them as a person first. I want you to comment person. Okay. So we call this an initial touch. We send that message out. Then as they tell you, you know, how their surgery went, how their kids are doing, how it's going getting their kids back into school, you know, every state's doing something a little bit different right now, right? We slowly go through those. We find out what's going on in their life first. Then we can ask the question, do you have a quick minute that I could chat with you a little bit about what you'd love to see happen with your business next? Not help you with your business. It's better understand what you'd like to happen with your business next. Do you have a minute to talk about it? So some people you're going to find out they're just like, I'm done. This isn't my thing. I've decided I don't want to do it anymore. Then you know not to spend your time with them, and that's okay. Others, they're going to tell you about their frustrations, or they lost their, you know, drive. They need some help with, you know, how to do something. That is going to absolutely make a huge difference, because I know this without asking. I know how many of you leaders reach out to people on your team and they don't respond back to you. Okay. Those of you that are team leaders and have reached out to people on your team, and then you're getting kind of crickets and you're not getting a lot of response back, comment crickets, if you've had that experience. And I bet some of you that are kind of new to the business or haven't done it a lot, you may have done some cricketing on some of your leaders. Okay. So, so sorry. I need to take an allergy pill. It's so important that you first show you care about them. Okay. Now, I want to tell you a quick story. Victoria, are you still here, hun? So we just did this really, really cool 3-month leadership training. It was so fun. And I want to tell you about one of the really, really cool success stories we had, and a little bit of our approach and what we helped them with. Okay, so the first thing was this. Was so fun. Okay, we had these leaders post in their group. Okay, they posted in their group, who is ready to take their business to the next level and would like to work with me on their business. Okay, so they commented and they let their leader know, I'm ready to go to the next level. Okay, so first of all, they did that. After we found out who was interested, the next thing we did was we gave them an assignment, and every day, so because y'all know I'm called the question queen, every day we gave them a specific thing to post a question. Some of them were just fun, like we want to start doing like questions about spring and spring break and Mother's Day and those kind of things. And then there were some questions that focused more on their products and helped to reveal new potential leads. And so the goal was like, they just have to post every day once, something that took about 5, maximum 10 minutes a day. And if they did that for those 7 days, then they got to go forward with them in this team training. And the amazing thing was this. First of all, they started creating habits. But second of all, within 7 days, they were seeing new people on their lives. They were seeing more people talk to them about the business. Their algorithm skyrocketed. They had more comments on their posts than they'd ever seen before. They were excited. They were hopeful. They were fulfilling their assignments they were given every week. And it was so much fun. We had a group of, I believe it was about 8 leaders, and it was truly amazing to see how these leaders were able to truly take their people to the next level by giving them simple activities, but very, very effective activities. Excuse me. It was mind-blowing. And they were so excited how something so simple could make such a big difference. And in the leadership training, I helped, because we had people from different companies, I helped each one of them to come up with the questions that they were going to give their teams to use that week. And then we kept doing questions after that with the people that had been on there. And it was so much fun. How many of you would love it if on your team you had, let's say, 10 people in 1 week have their algorithms skyrocket and have new customers, all because all they did was post fun questions? Seriously, it was mind-blowing. It was super, super, super cool. Okay. So I want you to so if you would be excited if in 7 days you saw some big things, I want you to comment 7. Okay. Now, if you've just hopped on, make sure you comment #biz to get our goodies for the day, and also share this out and comment revolution. Okay. It was really, really, really fun. So cool what we did. Oh my gosh, we had a blast. Okay. So there's a couple programs that I'm going to tell you about. The first one is we're going to talk about recruiting. I talked to you about our scale of 1 to 5. Tell me more about, why you say 5. Now, there's a whole recruit interview behind that. Okay. The recruit interview is so much fun and it's really, really effective. So I'm going to tell you about how to get our recruiting program. I'm going to tell you about how to get our grit program that you can use with your team groups. And then I'm going to tell you how to get our team training. And that team training, what that does is you work with me for 3 months, 1 hour per week. And we're going to help you take people on your team to the next level. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So you got that. So we're going to talk about those 3 things. Give me 1 second. Anybody else have a few spring allergies? The wind's picked up here and it's just giving me fits. Okay. So we're going to talk about a couple programs. All right. Just need to get to the right thing here. Okay. So the first one we're talking about is our recruiting 101. Okay. Our recruiting 101 is seriously so much fun. So I don't know how many of you know on this. I'm known as the question queen. I've been that for a long time now. And as the question queen, one of the interesting things about that, but in my days with direct sales, the things I actually earned the most awards for was team building, personal recruits, and helping my first line recruit their first people. And so I really know how to do this. Okay. So from asking questions to find potential leads, to getting the conversation started, to talking to them about what they most want, to closing, because we can talk and we can get them excited, but sometimes it's hard to close them. So closing we're really good at. And then also people that have been on the fence. Okay. People you've been talking to and you're like, how do I just get them to let's just do this thing. Okay. People that have been sitting on the fence. And then the last thing are some tips on getting your new recruit started well. Those are all included in Recruiting 101. So it's 30 short videos, and then you're going to get 2 what are called Question Queen program or Question Queen sessions, where you get to come for 2 hours on Zoom, and you've watched these videos, you've been reaching out to people, and you can ask, oh, you've lost your voice. Oh no, Sue, I'm sorry. You can ask us your questions about, okay, I've been using this, I said this, and I got this response. What do I do next? Okay. Recruiting 101 is fantastic. For those of you who need to recruit your first people, or you need to recruit people that are more business minded, or you have people that you've been talking to and you're like, why can't I just close the deal? All those scenarios, this is going to cover that, okay? Recruiting 101 is definitely what you want. So when you click on the link, so let me pop that link back up. So Recruiting 101, when you click on that link, what it will do is it will have one payment of $147 or 3 payments of $57, okay? This is a game changer. It's very, very reasonable. Okay, I've heard about some other recruiting programs that were 5 times as much as this one. This one is, everyone will benefit from this, okay? So Recruiting 101 is $147 or 3 payments of $57. Okay, this is a fabulous program. You're absolutely positively going to love it. It is so much fun. Okay, now we have some really fun images or all around goal setting. Remember we talked about that from that, weekend with your sweetheart. We have, I believe it's 20 of them. It might be 25. So we're going to so the first 15 people who get signed up for this, so you got to jump in quick. We'll get our images to help you have those questions to ask that will start that conversation with people. Okay. So the first 15 people will get our bonus questions that get people talking about what it is they want in their life. And that way you have people to talk to about the business. Okay. So, but you got to get signed up quick. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, LaDonna, that's awesome. Thank you for the tip. Okay. So the next program that we have is our grit program. So remember we talked about mindset and how important mindset is. Let me see here. Okay, so I have a couple different options for you here. Okay. So this one is called, so what I'm going to tell you about is our whole program that you're going to love. Okay. So this is called Building a Team Leadership Mastermind. Okay. There is so much content in this. Now, I would say you want to have at least about 20 people on your team, okay, for this program. You do want to have enough people that there will be a few that want to take their business to the next level, okay? Recruiting 101, let me put that up one more time. Recruiting 101 is $147 or 3 payments of $57. The links just popped up in the chat. You can just click on those. Okay, so Building a Team Leadership Mastermind. Okay, so let me tell you what all this includes, because it's a ton of stuff and it is so much fun, and you get to work with me in a small group once a week. Okay, so let me make sure I gave Brianna the right. Hang on one second. Hang on. Oh. I have to change one thing. Okay. So, Building a Team Leadership Mastermind, what it does is you're going to get to meet with me once a week for 3 months. All right. Somebody bring me an allergy pill. Okay. Meet with me once a week for 3 months. It's on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay. And it is all recorded. So if you need to miss a week, You meet with me for an hour, and we're going to discuss the people that are current leaders and might want to take their business up to the next level. And then we're also going to talk about people that are on your team that might want to become leaders. So we're going to focus on 2 different groups of people. For heaven's sakes. Okay. Then you're going to get some amazing videos. Okay. These videos, one of the things I'm a big believer in, I started telling you a little bit about it, is that reach out to people in the conversation you have. So I call this create empowerment. What I believe is that it's really important to understand where people are at in their life, then talk about their business, then give them just one thing that they're going to do in the next 7 days, especially if they're really kind of died. It's a little bit different if they're a leader and they're going along, but they want to take their business to the next level. Okay. We give them one assignment. And this Create Empowerment script will give you so much insight on how to talk to your people in a way that then they'll want to talk to you. Because I know that you get crickets, and this is going to make the crickets disappear. Okay. This is going to make people open up to you and have a real conversation with you. So you're going to get the videos to that. And then you're also going to get what we call our GRIT program. Our GRIT program is all about, it's so cool. You're going to get 4 ideas for challenges, 15 posts to put in your group. This is for your group regarding your team members, not your customer group, your team group. So many of you tell me your team groups are just kind of flat, right? They're struggling. And so this will totally skyrocket the algorithms in your team group. Okay. Then you get to meet with me. You'll get 3 months of grit. So 3 different themes, and it's so much fun. So it's either one payment. Let me put this up here. One payment of $447, or it is 3 payments of $179. And seriously, we saw so many amazing things come out of it. Okay. So it's going to start on May 6th, and I'm going to read to you a testimonial. So hang on just a second while I find that. All right, let me tell you about the results that these gals had with this team building leadership mastermind, because it was seriously so much fun. Okay, so this is my girl, Sidrid. She says, I absolutely loved, in all caps, our leadership mastermind class. Being able to get amazing tips and ideas on how to build our team and how to coach them on building successful businesses is extremely rewarding. Through these sessions, I was able to build stronger relationships with my paparazzi consultants, because she's a paparazzi. I had consultants in my team rank up to leadership, and I was able to coach them. I was able to coach my team how to get more viewers on their lives, get more monthly sales, and how to connect more with their customers. As if that wasn't enough, these weekly sessions helped me build incredible relationships with other successful direct sales entrepreneurs, bouncing ideas and tips off each other on what worked and we needed to improve on was amazing. I love these sessions, and I only wish they didn't have to end. Thank you, Michelle and Rihanna. Rihanna is my assistant, if you haven't met her, for offering this opportunity and for showing me that being a great leader is definitely possible. I absolutely loved our time together. I highly recommend anyone interested in building strong and productive teams to take the leadership mastermind sessions. These sessions will definitely help you lead your team towards incredible growth. By the time the class ended, my team numbers doubled from when I started this leadership mastermind class. Once again, thank you, Michelle and Royanna. Now, is that some amazing? So amazing, okay? I'm so excited about the recruiting program. You guys are so cute. Okay, I gotta find a cough drop here. I usually have a bag stashed in my drawer here. Silly, silly throat. Okay, now I can't find them. All right, I know, right, Carol? And I have a couple other testimonials too. So Victoria said, best class ever. Meeting with these ladies weekly for the last month has been inspiring and encouraging. Michelle always has wonderful feedback, and being able to receive tips and ideas from other ladies with the same or different company was very refreshing. I've absolutely seen and felt a positive impact in my leadership activities and in my team because of this leadership class. I am thankful for the connections, resources, and opportunities. And this one is super fun. Erin hit her highest numbers ever last month with her team sales. I've loved our leadership mastermind class. It was so amazing to meet every week and learn how to work with our teams. It was especially great for me as I feel leading is one of my weaknesses. It was great to have a basic structure with some guidance on how to lead and some topics to cover, yet with the freedom to run it how we wanted to create our own content. I enjoyed hearing the different spins we took on it. We learned how to work with those that are ready to grow and to connect one-on-one and in a group setting. Coming together once a week and sharing our success and struggles and learning from others in the class was such a blessing. So many great ideas came through us sharing. Lastly, I love the GRIT program itself. Monthly themed topics to share with our teams. It's helped to create a conversation that sometimes isn't always business related, yet connected us in different ways. Thank you, Michelle, for putting this training together. So we've had so much fun. Joy, it's right here, hon. In the it won't go away anywhere. Okay. All right. So the leadership, so building a team. So let me kind of put these down again and start over. So the recruiting 101 is the 30 videos with the 2 group question queen sessions. This is going to help you have those conversations to sign up new people. Okay. Recruiting 101. And the first 15 people who get this one will get 20 images that will help you with questions, like our one with what would you do with $500, and will help you have people to talk to about the business. Okay. That's recruiting 101. You did it. Awesome, LaDonna. Okay. So that just popped up if you needed that link. The next is building a team. So I would suggest you have about, 20 people on your team to take this. If you don't have that, then take the recruiting 101 for sure. So this is a 3-payment program. You're going to get every week with me in a small group on Zoom. It's Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then you're going to get the GRIT program for 3 months. And you're going to get what's called our Create Empowerment training, where you learn how to talk to your leaders in a better, or into any of your team members, so you can help them move to the next level. So it's either one payment of $497. You save a little bit of money if you do it in one payment, or we have 3 payments of $179. And you just heard some amazing testimonials. Seriously, we had gals that had the highest team sales they'd ever seen from their team while taking this with us. Okay. Now, some of you may only want the GRIP program. We talked about that. And if you only want the GRIP program, so you have something to be posting in your group, your team group, it's super, super fun. This is called our GRIP program. So you're just getting the images and the challenges and the videos, and you're not meeting with me. So you don't get the coaching with us. It's $347 for 3 months. You get all 3 months. So it's a quarterly payment or a monthly payment is $147. And that gives you 3 months. We have 12 months of grit that you can get. Okay. So all sorts of fun stuff. Yay, Recruiting 101. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. All right, lots of you gals in Recruiting 101. Fabulous. That's awesome sauce. We're going to have a blast. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Miss LaDonna's in. Carlina's in. Toy's in. Janet's in. Miss Green Holmes. Okay, I know I'm going to end up slaughtering your name. Miss Angela's in. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, we are going to have a blast, ladies. All right. What questions do you have about team building, that program, or recruiting? Let me get you Recruiting 101. It is $147 or 3 payments of $57. Joaquina. Do I have it? Joaquina? Thank you for helping me out. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that because I do care about your name, but I don't want to say it wrong. You can't, do you need a personal logo made, Miss Kimberly? Yes, absolutely. I sure do. Let me get you the link for that. Man, I need to go find me an allergy pill. It's all good. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. So, personal branding. So we create a logo for you. It's not a class. It is just a service. It is not a class. It is only a service. Okay. So you can click on that link and get that for sure. Yes, it is definitely a tax write-off. I know. Well, I've been doing fine. I've been in Seattle for a week and then came home, and I think like my body is just like, where are you at? Because it's really dry where I live and not in Seattle. Anyway, I'm just a hot mess. It's all good though. All right. Okay, so let me put this down. So again, recruiting is $147. And if you're interested in our team building, seriously, we have so much fun. It is $447 or 3 payments of $179. Any questions about those? Awesome. We got Miss Jessica in, Miss Heather in, Miss Barbara in. We're going to have so much fun, ladies. I love it. Thank you for your patience with my coughing. I am so sorry. Yeah, I don't have a branding class, Miss Sarah. It is just a logo creation. It is a service we provide. You did the recruiting 101, Barbara. I'm so glad. Did you enjoy it? I know, LaDonna, it was so fun. The day we went up on the Space Needle, it was so cute because the gal that, was taking our tickets and stuff, she's like, "You're so lucky. It's a clear day and you can see all the mountains," because all the way around, there's mountains on all different sides, but it's not always clear enough that you can see all of them. Oh, you could just see forever. It was gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Sarah. You're so sweet. Yes, super smart, LaDonna. The grit program, like if you don't have a large team, but you're trying to keep them motivated, just getting the grit program is fantastic to have something really good to post in your team group. This is a wonderful one. It is so much fun. And then you have really good things to post in your group and keep the engagement high. Yay, Miss Tanya, you're going to love it, girl. You're going to love it. Yosalinda's in. Awesome sauce. Yay, Miss Heather. We're going to have a good time. All right. Any other questions, guys? Oh, that sounds awesome, LaDonna. We'd love to have you, girl. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So Heather, I did talk about it here in this. So you're going to ask more questions about what they said. So if they said savings, what would you, what are you saving it for? It's paying off a bill. What kind of bill are you paying off? And then you ask, have you ever thought about having an additional income source to pay for that? And then ask, on a scale 1 to 10, what would your interest level be in learning more about, getting more information about how you make extra money with fill in the name of your company. Yay, you think positive, girl. That helps. Oh, yeah. I don't feel sick, Carol. I just have a tickle. I just sound obnoxious. Thank you so much, Carol. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not sick at all. I just got this stupid tickle in my throat. My allergies got the best of me today. Thank you so much, sweetie. Yosalinda, guess what? Our program has completely changed. So you're going to get an email. Thank you for saying that. In fact, I should show you. You're going to get an email and you're going to click on, it'll say magic link. Okay. You'll click on magic link. And when you click on that, that's going to open it up and it's going to log on to our program. It's not in Messenger anymore. It's not delivered that way anymore. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me share screen here. I will get it for you. And we try to send several emails because we know always go look at spam in your junk mail. And also double check that you put the right email in. That happens, and then we understand. We can change the email if you did. Oh, yay, Amber. That's awesome, girl. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like. Let me share screen. Okay, after you click on the magic link, it's going to log you in, and it's really, really simple, okay? You just literally, okay, so you'll click the magic link. It will log you in, and you start up here at the very top, okay? And you click on it, and then you do what it tells you to do. So you've got a group to join, you've got a video to watch, And when you do these things, you just click on that you've done it. Okay. And it will give you a little sound that you did it. And then you go to the next training and you click on it. And here, like the first one doesn't have a video, but then they have videos after that. You can watch the video right here. Okay. And after you watch the video, you come down and you check it off. And it's going to give you a sound that you did it. Okay. And so you just go through these and you just click the buttons and you watch the next video and you just check all these buttons off. But you don't check it off until don't check it off until you've done it. Okay. And you just go through from top to bottom. It doesn't come through Messenger. Just save that email, save that magic link, and it just takes you over and it logs you right in. You don't even have to have a login or password. Okay. Super, super, super easy and fun. Okay. You will love it. Even has these fun like celebrations when you've got so many points. It is so cool. Okay. So go find your email with your magic link. Super, super easy. You will love it. Okay. Nice. Look at you guys. Clara's in. Amber's in. We're going to have a good time. Okay. No more delivering it through Messenger. We had to change how we're using ManyChat, which is just fine. And we love this thing. So you can go in there, any of the classes that you bought since our new program was set up, which was kind of the beginning of the year. And you can access them in there. So it's super, super fun. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah. So find your magic link. Okay. So you go find the email. Please read the emails we send you. Okay. And if you just reply to it, got it, that will help. So your email system knows that you want to see our emails. Like I said, when you see an email come in from us, just hit reply and just go, got it. Like, you don't need to ask us anything. We'll just go, yeah, you got it. And that way your email service will quit putting your stuff into spam as much. And your stuff will end up in your inbox instead of like your promotional folder, or at least that's how it works with Gmail. Okay. Yay, Carol. Awesome, girl. Okay. Do you mean what's the next class I suggest you taking? Or what do you do after you pay for it, Jessica? After you pay for it, then you look for your magic link. If you've taken that class before and you have, a group that you're managing, you want to do the GRIT program, or if you have 20 or more, you want to take the leadership program. Did that answer your question? After you pay for it, go look for your email and it has a magic link in it. All righty. All right. Any other questions, my friends? You betcha, love. Yeah, just go look for the email. Look for that email. Pretty simple. Okay. All right, gals, we're going to have a good time. All right. You're doing it now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, my friends, have a beautiful day. Royanna, thank you so much. Tell your sweet girl I'm sending her good vibes. And I'm super excited to see y'all build your teams, guys. We're going to have a good time. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. We'll see y'all later, guys. Bye-bye now.